Hello all, this is Electric Wolf. I just want to show you the book effect that we have on the asset store. It's been available for a while, but I've just made some changes to this that will make it easier to use. As you can see, we've got lots of images online, lots of information, but we have full documentation as well, and that's just been updated, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. So after you've downloaded the package, you'll find you've got within Unity book effect version 2, which is under the Electric Wolf folder. Everything you need is basically under this Electric Wolf folder. There's a common section and then the book effect itself. So the next thing I want to do is show you how to use this within a scene within Unity. This is a brand new scene, completely empty, and if you look in the book effect version 2, there's a prefabs folder and it's book normal that you're looking for. Just drag that into your scene and you'll get the basic book. This does nothing, it has no pages. So the next thing we need to do is add the pages we want, and I've got some sample pages in here. I've got 6. So in the inspector under pages, I'll just type in 6. It will give us the option to add these 6 pages, and we'll add these directly. This means by adding these yourselves, you can make it so certain pages are reproduced, like page 1 and page 6 could be the same page if they're blank, for example. It's going to save your memory. So once that's done, it's still not going to do anything. The next thing we'll actually need to do is create a script to use it. And in this case, within the scripts folders, I'm going to create an examples script in here. And we're just going to call it key press. So what we need now is a game object that we can add that script to. So we'll just drag that over, pop it in here. And obviously this is an empty script, it's not going to do anything yet. So if we pop over to Visual Studio, here's that key press script. Just going to get rid of these unneeded bits of code. The first thing that we're going to have to do is store a reference to the book object, and that's done really easily by just putting in a game object. I'm going to call it book, then in Unity we'll link it together. But then the next thing we want to do is have a book control. Now we can get this dynamically from the book, but to save processing we're going to store it, and that's why I'm having it as a private member variable here, and then we can use it forevermore. So, and the best place to do that is in the start method, and these are all just standard Unity components. So get component, we get iBook control, and we're just going to store that. Obviously we're taking it from the book. The other thing we want to do next is take an action. So I'm going to just use key presses for this. In this case I'm going to use the O key. So if somebody presses a lowercase o, it's going to open the book for us, and you can see it's using that book control that we grabbed earlier. It's that simple. So if I save that and go back to Unity, and then in here we should see our public variable appearing, which is the book that we want, and we can pop that and link it together. Right, this is now ready to run, but I suspect my game camera is way off. Yes, it is. So is what we'll do, we just select the camera here. I need to just spin him around 180 degrees and bring him over so we can see the book, and then maybe just rotate him down a little bit. There you go, so we can see the book. So now when we run the project, we can see the book on the screen, and if I press the O key, the book opens. Right, so you don't just want a book that opens, you want to have turning pages as well. So if we just go back to our source code, and in this update method, we're going to add another one, and this is going to be off the P key to turn a page, P for page. But it's going to have a little bit more logic to it than the open book. And this, when we press the P key, it's going to check to say, well, can we actually turn the page forward? If we can, turn the page. Also, if we can't, it won't. So if I save that and go back to Unity, give it a second to load up, and run that. We can press O to open the book, press P to turn the page. We can press P to turn the page again. And then if we press P again, nothing happens because it can't physically turn another page. So it stops, so there's no problems there. Going back to the code for one last time, if you're unsure about what kind of actions you can take on these book control objects, just press F12 if you're in Visual Studio on the iBook control, and it gives you a full list of all the actions you have. So can we turn the page backwards? Can we turn the page forward? Get details is just the number of pages and everything else. Is the book open? A request to close the book, open a book at a particular page. But you can even set the speed of the animation, and that's at turn page, and there's also turn page back as well. So this gives you pretty much everything you'll ever need to do with a book, and this is all described on the website with that documentation link as well. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you have lots of fun creating books, and if you get any problems, my contact details are on the website, so contact me and we can sort anything out. So thank you very much.